What is up, YouTube? Scrammy here, coming at you with another extreme test for the Sonim XP8. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the first one, I did a Jello test with the XP8 and it totally failed. Well, not completely, but the screen basically became useless, but the phone still turned on. You could feel it when you push buttons, it would vibrate, but for all intents and purposes, it just died. The Jello killed the Sonim. So, to make things interesting, we're going to redo this test and see if the Sonim survives. But I decided my old S8 Plus, well, I'm going to put this in Jello too. So, if we redo this test and the Samsung survives and the Sonim doesn't, well, then I guess I'm going to be completely done with Sonim. So we're going to find out, guys. I'm going to get this all set up and ready to go. They're going to go in the fridge. And, well, we're going to see what happens. The S8 Plus here has open ports and stuff. So I don't know if it's going to survive this. The XP8, also, all the ports are closed, just like it was in the last test. But that didn't matter. So will it make a difference? I don't know. But we're going to get this set up real quick. I'm going to put them in the fridge and start the chilling process and see what's going to happen. I hope they both survive. But if the Sonim doesn't, well, Sonim's going to have some splaining to do. Alright guys, here we go. We got the Sonim here. The XP8 is ready. You can see everything is closed. The port on the bottom is completely closed tight. And on the back, you can see there's nothing going to get in there. No reason for it to get in there. It is just a little after 12:30. We're going to put the Sonim in purple. And we're going to see what happens. I really hope this works, guys. We're going to let this sit for a good 5-6 hours here. And I'll check it periodically. But without further ado, the Sonim, again, fully functioning. Oh man, I hope no whammies, guys. I really do. It's going in. And, oh yeah, this is bringing back those memories of the first failed test. Oh boy. So the Sonim, there she goes. Alright guys, here we go. We got the S8 Plus, right around 100% battery, pretty close, fully functioning. This got a little bit of damage on it, but it survived every other water test, so now we're going to test it just like we are with the Sonim, except for this has an exposed headphone jack and charging port. So will that be the end-all be-all for the X8 or the S8 Plus here? I really don't know, but without further ado, bring in the cool blue. I really do like this color. So, I don't know, guys. I could be losing 2 phones right now. But I can tell you, if this S8 Plus survives and the Sonim doesn't, I will never buy another Sonim product ever again. Mark my words. You're on notice, Sonim. So here we go. Into the blue. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Perfect. That looks great, guys. Alright, guys. You can see both phones are in the Jello. We got the Sonim in the purple and the S8 Plus in the blue. So without further ado, I'm going to slowly put these in the fridge. Probably spill this crap all over myself, but hopefully not, guys. And up. Let's see. Here we go. Cool blue. Oh boy. Don't spill. Don't need a sticky mess. And in goes blue. Sonim S8 Plus. Wow. Samsung S8 Plus in the fridge. Along with my monsters. Alright. Now we've got the Sonim XP8. Same thing. I really don't want to spill this. And slowly, slowly, slowly. And contact. There we go. So they're going to sit right next to each other. Both in there. Both looking to turn into Jello. I don't know, guys. Take your pick. I don't know which one you think's going to survive. I hope they both do. but I really hope the Sonim does, and if it doesn't, like I said before, I'm going to be calling Sonim and getting a new one, and also might tear him a new one because that'd be pretty sad if the Samsung beats out the Sonim. So we'll check back in a couple hours, and it's probably going to be 5-6 hours before this test is done because I want to make sure that these phones are super in Jello. So here we go, guys. Here we go. Are you ready to check the phones out? Yeah? Are you? Are we making Jello? Yeah, we are. Alright, guys, here we go. It's now a little bit after 3 o'clock. It's been a couple hours, and they're starting to turn to Jello. The Sonim is getting wiggly, and so is the Samsung. So I am heading out to do some errands, and I gotta go out to dinner, so it's gonna be a good while. It's probably gonna be 6-7 o'clock when I go to check these phones for the final time. It's gonna be interesting. I really hope they both win. That'd be awesome if they both survive. They look totally normal, so I don't see anything out of the ordinary that looks messed up on either of the phones. So it'll be interesting, guys. I can't wait to see what result we're gonna get. I'm really excited about this one, so stay tuned and we'll get to it. Are we ready to check the Jello wiener? Are we? Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Alright, guys, here we go. It is now just before 7 o'clock. Both of these phones have been in Jello for about 6 whole hours. We are fully jellified here and fully jellified here. So we're going to start with the good old Samsung S8 Plus. Now, what do you guys think is going to happen? Do we think it survived the Jello? I don't know. Let's give this a closer look. And you can see, definitely nice Jello all the way through. I'm kind of excited, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm really just wondering what this is going to be. So, without further ado, let me get something to put this Jello on. Got me a nice plate here, because I don't think this is just going to come out. So, we're going to do a little flippy doo-dah. 3, 2, 1. Over we go. Oh boy. It's definitely stuck in there. Come on. Come on. Get out. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Nice Jello. Look at that. Wiggle wiggle everywhere. Alright, let's oh boy. Let's dig this puppy out. Wow. It is very cold. Oh, look at that, guys. The Samsung has survived the Jello. Not a thing wrong with it so far. I'm going to have to come back to it, clean it off, and get a little bit closer of a look. But there you go, guys. The broken Samsung here with its cracked glass still survived. So the Samsung, geez, I keep getting those messed up. It's hard to say Samsung S8 Plus and Sonim XP8. Anyway, this puppy totally survived. So let's put it to the side. I am thoroughly impressed, and this is awesome. So I'm going to have to put this to the side for now, and we'll clean them both off after we see what the Sonim has done and give it a closer look. But for now, wow, guys, totally beat my expectations. I am super stoked about that. And I'm also super covered in Jello. Let me just wash some of this off my fingers real quick. Alright, so we have a Samsung that has survived. Now, what do we think is going to happen? The last time, the Sonim did not do so well. The Sonim died last time. So, we're going to come back over here. We're going in. Purple Sonim. Nice and jellified. Alright guys, what do you think's gonna happen here? I hope it survived, because if it didn't, I'm not gonna buy another Sonim phone ever again, especially if a silly old busted up Samsung could survive. So, let me grab another plate. Nice and dark. Ooh, that's a dark, dark purple. Alright guys. Oh boy. I don't know about this. Let's give it another flippy flop. 3, 2, 1. Over. Okay. Now let's try to get this puppy out. Maybe. And looks like we're mostly free. This Jello is really stuck in there, but the phone is free. Real jiggly, just like the S8 Plus. Oh boy. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Oh yeah. These phones are super sticky right now. Oh yeah. Try to get some of this peeled off. And 3, 2, 1. Boom! Look at that. The Sonim has survived. So, I don't have to get mad. I don't have to yell at Sonim, because the Sonim survived the second test. So, now what we're going to do is, I'm going to try and clean up some of this Jello real quick. I'm going to clean off both these phones. We're going to come back, give them a closer look, test out everything, just to make sure they're all actually functioning as they should. Alright guys, here we go with the Samsung S8 Plus. As you can see, it has completely survived. And this phone actually has damage. I've actually taken clear nail polish and gone over the edges just so when I played with this and messed with it, it wouldn't cut my fingers. So that actually held. But my only concern will be the actual charging port of this phone. You can see a little bit if I get the camera to focus there. I washed it out, the Jello, pretty good. I'm going to have to go in and try to get a little bit more of it out. But as far as touch and everything else, the phone seems to be working just as it did before it went into the Jello. So let's open some internet real quick. And YouTube popped up, so internet is working. Let's try to bring up anything else here. Let's try to bring up actual YouTube. Okay, YouTube is booting up. YouTube is up. We'll go to my channel real quick. Alright, loading up. Let's just turn on video. And let's see if it works. And yes, it is working. It's very quiet. That's to be expected because it's got Jello and water on it. So that's working. Our last and final thing we're going to test here is the camera. And yep, the camera seems to be working. So you take a picture. Yep, camera's working. And video. Video seems to be working. Yep, look at that. We are golden. Wow, guys, I am thoroughly impressed. I'm glad. That's awesome that the Samsung actually survived that. I really wasn't sure with your open port down here and the damage that it's taken. I don't know if you can see clear there. There is lots of cracks and smacks in this device, but that didn't hamper it at all. So that's an awesome result, and props to Samsung on that one. Now, let's move to the Sonim XP8. Now, if you remember, the last time, the Sonim did not survive. The Sonim died. The screen, something went wrong with the screen. Well, this time, let me see if I can use my fingerprint here. Yep, fingerprint still works. So this time, we have no ill effects, it looks like, of the screen at all. So I'm going to leave it down to just something was already on its way out and finally died. But again, I can't 100% say because it definitely died. So you know, it survived this time, but it didn't survive the first time. But I'm glad. You can look in here. The charging port stayed totally closed. I don't see any, don't look like Jello really got in there. All the buttons, everything looks good. Nothing got in underneath the battery cover. A little bit of Jello still in here. After this video, guys, I'm going to clean these off just a little bit more, just to be sure. But let's bring up an internet page real quick. And what do you know? Internet seems to work. It is scrolling through. Good to go. How about we bring up, let's find YouTube. YouTube, let's boot it up and see if it works. And it is up. We'll get my channel real quick and see if we can get video. And look at that, guys. It is working. Just like the Samsung, it is definitely quiet because it's full of Jello and, you know, water, but video still looks fine. Nothing wrong with the screen. That is good news. I'm happy about that. I'm glad that this replacement Sonim that I had didn't actually die from Jello. So I'm going to chalk it up to, it just, I don't know, it was incidental. Maybe it was dying before I put it in the Jello. Let's bring up the camera real quick. And camera seems to be working. Taking a picture. Picture taken. Video. See, can we bring up the video real quick? And video. And it is recording video. So that's good. It is working. I am totally and way more happy with this result. The Sonim totally survived and like it was nothing. But the Samsung, which I was really up in the air about, I was more worried about the Sonim because I was going to be like, really, you're the toughest phone and you can't survive Jello twice? But this time, it totally did survive the Jello. So that's awesome. And the real winner here, I think, is this old Samsung because I didn't think it was going to survive, but it totally did. So I'm happy about that. And I'm glad Sonim is also living up to it being tough. And the Jello didn't claim the lives of either device. So guys, another extreme test down. Till the next time.